What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be trying to survive Stranded Deep and beat the game completely. Now, you may have seen my review on Stranded Deep, and that kind of inspired me to start a playthrough. So let's go ahead and get into all of the madness. So, our journey starts out by putting the game into passive mode because I am a filthy casual and I don't really want the shark saying hi to me too much. So, as all playthroughs start, we start on the plane, a hole is put in the plane crashes, we find the raft, and then we start on the island. Now, the island I get is really small, but I decided to stick around anyways because there's some resources here I want. Once I get to the island, I decide to collect the rocks and the tarp because these two are very, very rare at the beginning of the game. You can get them later, but that's just not as fun. The island had a red container, which I wasn't expected, but I decided to be disappointed as always as I decide to open it and just stare at it, hoping that something might be in one of these one day. So I go out and explore the first ship. I find 2 crates and some stuff in the lockers. So I decide to go back to my little base camp and go out for more. After I get organized, I find a second ship. And in this ship, I find a crate and a lantern, which is perfect because at nighttime, I don't really want to be in the dark. So I find a little ship ruin not too far away. And it has 1 crate, which is pretty lucky for these little things. I come across a third ship, which has 1 crate only and a gasoline can. And a hammerhead shark came to say hi, which startled me a little bit, but we're in passive mode, so I don't think he wants to eat me just yet. I find a second room which only had 1 crate, and then I come back to my little base camp to see all that I got and to separate things into crates. Once I got everything organized, I decided to look around and see if I could find a better island, one that wasn't as small and would have more resources. In the distance, I see one that has larger rocks and what looks like a pretty big shipwreck, so I decided that I would make my way over there. As I decided to leave, a tiger shark came to say hi. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, was not expecting to see that. Hey, friend, good to see you. Glad you're here, glad you could make it to the party. So, I got there safe and almost sound. I decided to put all my crates on the ground and see if I could find some more shipwrecks to raid. So, as I went to the first little shipwreck, this shark decided that I was going to have a bad time and started to terrorize me just a little bit, nothing too bad. And what's unfortunate is that this was a large boat and it only had 1 little crate and some other small things, which made me a little bit sad, but this island is big, which should have more materials. So as I went back to the island, I realized that I was correct with this island having a large shipwreck, as I found a cargo ship, which normally has a lot of loot, but we'll get into that a little bit later. I found a second smaller boat that only had 1 crate and some other small things. And as night falls, I decided to return to base and get a little organized. And for some reason, I decided that exploring at night was an amazing idea, which I've noticed now is not the case at all. So as I go to the third boat, I find it has 3 crates. But as I said before, it was nighttime, and there are sharks that come out at night. So I got 3 crates, but at what cost? And because I am such a genius, I decided I was going to explore the cargo ship at night. It wasn't even worth it. I found 1 crate and 2 lockers. And to make things even worse, there were 2 red containers that were just completely empty. Like my heart right now. As I went back to the island, I found the 4th and final ship, and the shark came to say hello. And one thing I noticed, the boar's in the water with the shark. And this can only mean one thing, that they're best friends. The 4th ship didn't have anything good. There's no reason I even went. Found this little giant crab. He seemed cool with me. I think we're friends now. So, yeah, I'll be saying hi to him almost every episode. So, as I was on my way back to my little base camp, boars can fly now. It was a revelation I made that wasn't so startling, but, yeah, my man was flying, and then he decided he didn't want to fly anymore. So he just, went back down. I went to go check on him, and he was just swimming around, being a boar. So, you know, that was cool. So when I got back, I decided to search this island to see if there were more rocks, sticks, and cloth, because like I said before, these are pretty rare necessities that are kind of hard to get early game. When I got back to my base camp, I decided I was going to be just full of great ideas today, and that I would go through the process of unpacking everything. It took about 10 minutes of my time to organize belongings into all of these little piles, and I just gotta say, The crates are overpowered. Look at all of these things I have. Look at these piles of rocks and conjugated scrap and hammers. But I am perfectly okay with it. I came back and I decided to make a refined knife to cut some saplings down for more sticks, made a fire. I gave the boar a little bit of a head pat to show my appreciation for him doing such a good job and staying away from my things. I got back and created an axe, and I needed some leaves, so I found one little tree that looked very, very choppable. So I made it my victim. As I completely disassembled the little tree, I was able to make a little shelter right in front of my fire pit as the sun began to rise. I grabbed a couple of rocks from my rock pile, and I made a fire pit and decided to go hunting. The shark didn't really want to say hi right now, so I snagged a cod, came back, grabbed my knife, skinned him, and cooked him. So as I was cooking him, the day ended, and I got the "you survived 1 day" message. So that is what happens during the first day of Stranded Deep for my playthroughs, because I'm such an interesting person to play Stranded Deep with. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel as I am very new, and it really does help more than you think. And with that being said, stick around for more of the series, because I am not done just yet. And with that, I'm out of here. Peace.